our top 2024 comic book releases of the year. 2024 was a great year for Godzilla comics, honestly. Like, IDW was hitting it out of the park. I mean, so they came swinging, and we don't just have IDW Godzilla comics on this list, so don't worry, guys.
We have a lot of them, though.
We do have a lot of them, but they did a great job this year.
Yeah, and
they really did.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to 2025 when it's going to be late 2025 when they drop this ongoing series. But yeah, let's get into this. So number 5 on the list had to be Godzilla Rivals. We're going to call it round 4 because this was the 4th round of Rivals. It's not necessarily a series, but it's a series of one-shots. I've reviewed, I think, everything from round 2 to round 4. The only round I did not cover on this channel was round 1, which was out just prior to when we started doing all this. I believe it ran 2021 or 2022 to now 2024. I did not realize it was ending with Space Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, which probably is one of my favorite ones from this round. It was completely savage with the character's backstory. I sent Dan a shot. I was like, look what they did. I was like, they totally went there, and it was a dark story. Even the ending, even though our main character survives, a lot of people get killed. But yeah, Space Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah to close out Godzilla Rivals, absolutely insane. That would be my favorite one for Rivals Round 4. We also got Mechagodzilla vs. King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah got to face 2 people. And then we also had 2 Mothra stories, Mothra vs. Mogira and Mothra vs. Hedorah. And then we had Godzilla vs. Manda. My favorite Mothra one was the Mothra vs. Hedorah. That one was a pretty crazy story there, especially the Hedorah origin in that. So definitely check that out. Mogira was alright. I liked that one. And Manda the Godzilla vs. Manda one was cool because I love seeing some Manda. The art was different in there, and the writer did the art and the writing on it. And we even got a little Gezra cameo in there, which was cool. I did not expect to see Gezra in there. But yeah, if you guys have not checked out the Rival series, now that it's ended, you can sit tight and pick up round 4 eventually on trade paperback. I would not be surprised if they release a massive big boy book with all of them. But yeah, definitely pick up the trade paperbacks for these awesome series.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting them to end this series, but it seems like they kind of used the Rivals series to kind of try out a bunch of different talents and stuff. Because you've seen people that have done one-shot Rivals comics go on to do their own series.
Yeah.
So it seemed like a really good idea on their part. And now with Rivals ending, it looks like they're going to be doing this Godzilla destroys Chicago, New York.
Yeah.
That's going to be the new...
It does sound like they're going to go on with that one for a little bit. And we also have Godzilla Heist to look forward to, and
we're gonna have
the Mothra, Queen of the Monsters,
and then we're gonna have the New Heroes, which is gonna be this new ongoing series.
Yeah, so you're gonna get a little preview to that on Free Comic Book Day in May, and then the actual series starts in July. Totally looking forward to that, and then of course, we'll get to that one later.
Yeah. But so for our number 4 pick, we have Ultraman X Avengers, or Ultraman Avengers,
the
crossover series.
This is the 4th arc.
Yeah, 4th arc of the Marvel Ultraman series. It's kind of a continuation. It takes place following Volume 3, which was the Mystery of Ultra 7 series. I really enjoyed it, and it doesn't seem like a super shoehorned crossover.
No.
obviously, like, they have to kind of do some plot devicey stuff to make this happen. But it's only, the thing that's surprising me, it's only a 4-issue series. So we're going to be getting the third issue, Christmas Day is when it releases, which is interesting. I don't know why they would do that. To be honest with you, it doesn't make any sense.
Comic book day fall, Christmas falls on a comic book release day. Yeah, it is very weird, but
I don't know why.
I guess
just
they're not going to skip a week of comics. I mean, they are.
You could have just released it this week.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. I'm not in charge of that.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see where this series goes. They're going to probably have to start wrapping things up within the next issue.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they assembled at the end of issue 2 and Galactus is at the doorstep. So what's going to happen?
Yeah. I'm excited for this to wrap up and for us to get a 5th arc of the Ultraman series. I know back in Kaiju Brooklyn 2, they were saying that like this was going to be the finale. At least that's the impression that I was getting. I don't see how you wrap up the Ultraman series on this arc.
Yeah.
It seems like that wouldn't really fit, and especially since they encountered the main Ultraman villain and she was like, we'll continue this later.
Yeah.
Implying that there's going to be a 5th arc to this series.
Yeah, Morheim, she's like, yeah, we're going to continue this out. She's like, you stop this intergalactic threat and then we'll pick this up after it's over. So it did imply that there's another series. So I think we are going to get a 4th and final series, which would be the 5th arc.
Yeah. It's what I'm excited for is just to kind of see like the team ups have been very cool and creative, especially with like the whole Specimen Ray Captain Marvel stuff that happened. We have, obviously the Iron Man suit, which I hope gets updated to like an Ultraman style.
Yeah, that was definitely what's right in mine. It didn't even have like a female body shape either. It literally looked like Iron Man. Yeah, so Fuji from Ultraman got an Iron Man suit, but it was literally like the Iron Man suit.
Yeah. There's definitely some cool ideas in there, and I hope that it does get transferred over to the main Ultraman series. Whenever you're doing these big crossovers, it's always hard to perfectly meld things.
Yeah.
And it's just cool to see Ultraman honestly just interact with the Marvel superheroes. It's cool to have both Spider-Men there. I think that's just definitely like one of the highlights. And I'm excited to see the series wrap up. This was kind of like the catalyst for me to actually get into the Marvel Ultraman series. I'd owned them, but I just never actually read them because it's like, well, it's not done yet. I have time.
Yeah.
So this was kind of the thing I'd be like, okay, we got to read this, and I did read it, and it was really, really great. This has the original artist from the first 2 Ultraman series. Mystery of Ultra 7 had a different artist. I don't know what happened there, but it's cool. It's cool to see all of this come back together, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds on it.
No, definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the next issue, the next 2 issues. It's been great so far, and it's seeing Ultraman hit a big American company like Marvel is insane. And now we have Godzilla coming back to that too. We'll see where that brings in the new year as well. But yeah, let's go into number 3, and that's going to be Monster Matador, Once Upon Some Monsters in Mexico. Stephen Prince he knocked this series out in 2024. We got most of the series across 2024. I think some of it started in 2023 and then it rolled over into 2024. But he wrapped up this series, the arc. Each arc is its own series, which is really cool. And I really dug it. It ends on a really massive cliffhanger. And we had some awesome Monster Mat action. And yeah, it's one of my favorite indie comics. Can't say enough about it. I can't believe I only just came on to it during this Once Upon Some Monsters in Mexico arc, because there was 2 arcs prior to this. that I completely missed. And yeah, they've been a great read. I mean, what do you think, Dan?
Yeah, no, this is like another series where, Steven was really nice to reach out to us. We reached out for an interview. He sent us over an early copy of the final issue for the interview, and I read the entire series, not just Once Upon Some Monsters, but the whole Monster Matador series over the course of one day. And just ingesting all of that all at once was really smooth, and the art style is so unique, and it's the same artist and colorist throughout the whole Monster Matador, but the artist always changes up their style a little bit. You kind of get to see them evolve with the series, and it's been really nice. It's definitely, it was a top pick for me, kind of without question.
Yeah.
And
just
the way Once Upon Some Monsters ends, it leaves you wanting more.
Oh boy,
and
does it!
We're getting more. But first, we're going to be getting a spin-off series in 2025. The
Monstradors. I believe. Yeah.
It's like it's supposed to be like a crossover of like luchadors and monsters. And it's they introduced these kaiju wrestlers. These they used to be luchadors, but now they fight monsters.
Yeah. Really cool arc.
It's a cool, like, I'm gonna make a series out of it. I'm gonna make a mini series out of this. So I can't wait. That seems like it's gonna be the 2025 project.
Yeah, it's coming in, I want to say June-ish, he said. It's got a Metallic, one of the artists from Metallica, I can't remember his name right now, but yeah, they have the artist that's done some like Metallica art. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this looks like. I mean, Fabio Alves and Alex F have done an incredible job on the series, and I'd love to see them back for the next arc of Monster Matador. But we're getting this Monstrador series first. It's sort of like a little buffer between to see where they went off to, and then Steven's going to come back really hot and heavy with the next arc of Monster Matador after that. I think it's like a long one-shot. I forgot exactly how long it is, but I think it's going to be a little larger than the normal Monster Matador book. So we'll see. Looking forward to that, and maybe we'll have Steven on for that in 2025 to talk about. We'll see where we're all at that time.
Yeah. We'll see what's going on with that. It's gonna be a busy time.
Yeah.
If that's gonna be in June, that's gonna be real busy.
Yeah. I might have to do a solo show for that one.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll be up all night anyway.
It's true.
Yeah. So for our number 2 spot, we have Godzilla War for Humanity. This is a series that you kind of know more about than me. I haven't actually read it yet. It looks amazing. I have the issues. I gotta catch up. It's like one of those things. It's like
one of my favorite Godzilla series from IDW in years. I've said it so many times on the reviews. Andrew McLean was the writer for this, and he did the Snarlagon series it was not a series, it was a novella that I reviewed way back at the end of 2023. Really cool book. I don't know if there's a second one coming. I think he did.
We actually did it on the show.
We both did it.
I think it was 2024 that we did it.
No, I think it might have been. It might have been like one of the last things we did.
It might have been one of the last shows.
It was a cool book. But he only did the writing for this. He did do some of the covers, but Jake Smith did all the art inside. Absolutely incredible. It was a very different art style, but I loved it.
No, I love Snarlagon. I thought that was amazing. Yeah. And then when I saw the art for this, I was like, oh, this is going to be a cool series.
Yeah. The art was definitely different. Jake Smith killed it with the art on this. And the story and everything overall just has such a Showa feel to it. We got a new kaiju in here, Zoospora. It's a sporish monster that shoots this black mist into the other kaiju and is able to control them. And it gets to the point where it's not looking good. Godzilla and Junior Manila are the last two kaiju in the world that are not under Zoospora's control, and the team needs to help them out. They have a Mogira, and the Defense Force wears suits that heavily resemble Jet Jaguar. And it's just like super. It was such a good series, man. And we had Manda in it too. We had Gorosaurus, Mothra, of course. Mothra even gets taken over by Zoospora. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys, but please, I can't beg you enough. You gotta read this series if you have not. It is one of my favorite.
Yeah, no, I gotta jump on it. I just gotta take it to work one day and just read it.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
It looks like it'd be a quick read.
Yes, it was such a fun read. I couldn't say enough about it. I was like, I want this team to come back, and like before they announced this new Heroes thing, I'm like, I want this team to come back, and I want this to become the ongoing universe here. This is so cool. I want a sequel series. I don't know if we're gonna get one, but I did take them a bit to put this series out. It was the first and final issue are separated by, I believe, like 259 days or something like that, because there was a gap in between some of these, because it came to a point where there's so many Godzilla comics. I think Here There Be Dragons was running, the Godzilla vs. the Power Rangers was running, plus there was Rivals. I don't know if it was just because there was such a heavy...
Skate or Die also running at the same time?
At one point it was, yes. There was such a saturation of Godzilla comics. I don't know if they were like, let's just...
Yeah, that seems where we are right now. There's been, like, besides Rivals, there hasn't really been any Godzilla stuff going on. Like they wrapped up Sons of Giants, and it seems like they're wrapping everything up, and then 2025 they're going to come back with more Godzilla stuff.
Yeah, we got Godzilla Heist early 2025. We have Mothra, Queen of the Monsters. And, yeah, really looking forward to all of this.
Yeah, no, definitely. And, again, before we get to our number one pick, we have a few honorable mentions. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. And that being Territory issue number 4. We've been following Territory for years now. And it is an amazing series. It honestly, we cannot wait for issue 5. The campaign's already over. We've been putting out about like an issue a year at this point, and it's just been like, it literally, issue 4 came out. I read it within the like 20 minutes of getting the email. It was read. I finished reading it. It was amazing. I read it probably 3 or 4 times by now. It is such a good series. I cannot wait for the last issue. It's not too... I believe he has like a slacker backer thing on Kickstarter where you can still get the issues.
Yeah, I would highly recommend that.
Which is pretty cool. So it's still, I believe it's still available. I've never heard of this on Kickstarter before.
It's something new.
I think it's a new feature.
Yeah.
So if you guys could, I don't think I can recommend it enough. Like, go get it.
I mean, we've had Blake on here so many times. I started reviewing the issues first, and then I think after the second issue, Dan jumped in and he started reviewing them with me. And
I think it might have been the third issue. Well, I think you reviewed one of the issues.
Yeah, maybe it was
and when they had the issue 3 campaign, I had read everything, and I was like, okay, we should cover this on the show.
Yeah. So good.
I was like, yeah, it is amazingly good. That's definitely like, I don't think I can say enough good things about it. And once issue 5's out, I'm sure it's going to be on the top 5 for next year. Like, without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's going to be on there. What do we have another honorable mention?
Oh yeah. We have Kaijus and Cowboys. It was late 2023, I believe, for issue 3, but the issue 4 campaign did run this year. We had Frankie B and Matt on the show for an interview to talk about it. Really looking forward to it. We had issue 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 is on its way, plus we had a little side story. This one's been going on for years too, from the beginning. We always appreciate Frankie B and Matt Blair helping us out, giving us shout outs. We help each other out here. He did that awesome art for us that we have up on the channel. We did a little video of. Such a fun series. It takes you back to some retro comics back in the day with the art style of Frankie B. Yeah, can't say enough about those guys. Really enjoy Kaijus and Cowboys, and looking forward to getting that issue 4 in my hands.
Yeah, I think issue 4. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be next month.
I think it's very close to fulfillment. I think we're gonna have it right in time for the new year. That might be one of our first indie comic reviews of the new year.
Yeah, I think it probably will be one of the first things. And then I think they said the campaign's gonna be in April for the issue 5.
I think it might be, yeah.
Because originally I was worried. I think one of the updates, it made it sound like they weren't going to do a campaign until summer 2025.
Oh, boy.
And I think later on they posted that it was going to be in April. So I don't know if it was just like a miscommunication or if I misread something. But yeah, because I thought they're trying to do like 2 issues a year.
Yeah.
Which, excited for the series. Action-packed. But it sounds like this issue might be the one where we actually get like some deep lore, some more story background on it, which I've been looking forward to. The action's been cool, but the lore dump's gonna be cool. Yeah, and I guess going over to our number 1 pick, if you've been watching the show, I don't think this is a surprise at all. Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons 2, Sons of Giants. I just call it Godzilla Sons of Giants. This is, without a doubt, my favorite Godzilla comic book that's come out.
Yeah.
The story, the history that goes into it, it's so nicely spun together. The teases in the artwork where I'm literally like reading the issue, and I'm like taking screenshots and sending it to Frankie, and I'm like, oh, I think they're teasing this. Oh, I think they're doing this. I think they're doing that. Like,
it was really good. I loved the first one, the first arc, but this second arc killed it. Killed it. I mean, who thought you would have done better than Godzilla and Pirates? But this was so good.
Yeah, I feel kind of bad that it's only getting one more series.
Yes, Here There Be Aliens is the next series. It ended on such an epic cliffhanger.
Yeah, I was like, dude, like I just want this to this was my I just want this to keep going. I could read this every single year. The way the series is set up, you really could do a new series of it every single year.
Yeah, you could.
Because a million points in history where you can weave in a kaiju story.
Yeah,
especially when you're dealing with secret societies.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just the one thing I'm bummed about is we're not going to get to really reference the Roman Empire anymore.
No, who knows?
Who knows? It is a very large empire. We could see what the real fall to the Roman Empire was now.
Yes.
Because King Ghidorah was not the fall. They defeated King Ghidorah to save the Roman Empire and the world.
So another kaiju must have come around. And, I think about it almost every single day.
Yeah, yeah.
The Roman Empire and how it fell in the universe of Godzilla, Here There Be Dragons.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
this is what
Here There Be Aliens. We're gonna get the Zillions, the
black hole aliens,
and then what are the ones with the K? Oh my god, I can't remember.
The Keloks.
Yeah, the Keloks.
Are the Keloks there? Did
I thought they
maybe
were.
They
they showed 3 different spaceships.
Oh.
I thought the Keloks were there.
You might be right.
How could you? Yeah.
Or was it the cockroach people?
I thought the cockroach people were the Keloks. I'm not very good.
I think it was I don't know. Either
I get confused with the aliens because there's just so many of them, and then for the last 20 years we've just been getting zillion stories.
Yes.
So that's like the only one that's ever in my mind.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my god, they're using other aliens.
Yes. It is quite a relief.
Finally.
Yeah. We have Mechagodzilla coming, Space Godzilla, and Gigan.
Yeah.
And Lewis
and Jet Jaguar.
Yes, and Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, and Lewis and Clark.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I would love to try to get Frank Thierry on the show before this comes out to talk about what might be coming down the line. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it, but it's a bucket list item for next year, I would say.
No, definitely. I'm like waiting for the IDW store. I understand it's transferred over to Penguin now, but I'm waiting for like, what is this special edition going to be? I have the signed trade paperback of Here There Be Dragons.
Yeah.
Are we getting another signed trade paperback? Are we getting a hardcover? Like, what's going on with that? I hope that if they do a hardcover, we get a hardcover of Here There Be Dragons as well.
The trade paperback didn't come back till like right before this, though. Like, it was like this was coming out like the next month, so it'll be down to the wire for that.
Yeah, that was definitely like an instant buy for me, that trade paperback.
Yeah.
Once I saw it was signed, I was like, oh, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
But that wraps up our top 5 comic books for 2024. Hopefully 2025 is just as good as 2024. What were your guys' opinions? What do you think should have been on this list? Is there anything that we missed? Let us know.
Yeah.